The 30-Day Friend, Grief and Loss. Written by Karen Corfield. Narrated by Karen Corfield. Introduction. Hi, my friend. This is just a quick little message before we get started, but I felt it was important for you to hear because I care about you, and I want you to care about yourself too. I know this is really hard for you, and I just want to say that I am here for you, and I'm going to be here with you for 30 days. But if, at any time, you feel like you need more support or professional help, please don't feel ashamed, and please get the help you need. Thank you. Day 1. Hello, my friend. Someone in your life has just died. Maybe you knew they were dying, or maybe it happened very suddenly. Both situations are very, very hard. One is not easier than the other. The bottom line is that you have just lost someone who was very significant to you, and I am very, very sorry. I am so sorry you're going through this, my friend. It probably feels shocking. It probably feels unreal. It probably doesn't make sense in your mind. You might feel very confused. You might keep asking yourself, what happened? You might keep saying phrases and words over and over in your mind. Things like, my person died. My person is gone. Something terrible has happened. It feels shocking and confusing and unbelievably, unbearably, unimaginably upsetting and sad. Of course it does. I don't think we can ever truly be prepared for someone to die. Even if they have been sick for a very long time, it is still difficult to live our lives being completely ready for death. I don't think we're meant to. We simply live each day expecting more time, more days, more hours, more minutes. I want to tell you that you are not alone. Give me your hand. I'm going to be here with you for the next 30 days. I have been through this, and I know how completely overwhelming it can feel. Let's just sit down here together, you and I, right now. You are not alone. We are going to get through this together. Day 2. Hello, my friend. How are you today? Perhaps you are not feeling very good at all. That's to be expected. Were you able to sleep last night? Did you want to keep sleeping and sleeping, or were you awake all night? There is no right or wrong answer. Your whole system has just gone through a great shock. Today you may have to do some hard things. If not today, then you may have to do some very important but very hard things at some point this week. You might have to make funeral arrangements or visit with family to make arrangements for your person who has died. I know, this is very unpleasant. This may also feel frightening or overwhelming. You might also feel nothing at all and are concerned that you're not crying like everyone else. You may not be able to stop crying. You might even feel angry at your person who has died. You might feel furious at them because they have left you, and now you must do things you never imagined you'd be doing, like sitting in a funeral home, choosing a casket, or a burial site. I know. You never imagined you would be sitting there trying to keep it together, deciding how much money you can or want to spend on someone you never really thought would die. Can you do something for me today? If you have to do very hard, very unpleasant things like make arrangements for your deceased person, can you be compassionate with yourself? Can you be patient with yourself and understand that these things are absolutely very upsetting? Be kind to yourself today. If you are sad, or if you feel nothing, or if you are stressed, or if you are angry, there is no wrong way to feel. Just try your best to have patience and love for yourself, and patience with any people you have to deal with today. One day at a time, my friend. Just take it one day at a time. Let's get through today. Drink your water. Make sure you eat something. Get rest when you can, even if it's just sitting quietly on your own. I am here with you. You will get through this. Day 3. Hello, my friend. How are you today? Were you able to get sleep at all last night? Don't worry if you weren't. It's completely understandable. You are going through a great deal right now. Maybe you had a good sleep, and when you woke up, for just a moment you were confused and forgot what has happened. Maybe you suddenly remembered, and your heart absolutely ached with the feeling of your new reality. I am so sorry. That is such an awful, awful feeling. I am giving you a hug right now. Can you do something for me today? Can you accept that whatever you're feeling doesn't make you a good or a bad or a weak person? You might be feeling beside yourself with sadness. You might be feeling nothing. You might not even know what you're feeling. I know. It's a lot. Don't be afraid if your emotions are very strong right now. And don't be afraid if you feel nothing at all and feel like there's something wrong with you for not feeling like everyone else does. We're all different. Find some time to rest today if you need it. If you can, and if this is what you need, try to do as little as possible today. If this is not possible, though, and you have many things you need to take care of, make sure you make some time to get some rest at some point. I know it won't feel good and relaxing, but you will most likely need it. Even if you have a place outside, somewhere you can just sit for a while, please do that. I am here with you. Don't be afraid. Day 4. Hello, my friend. How are you feeling today? Here, let me give you a big hug. If you need to cry, please go right ahead. Don't worry about how you look while you cry, or how long you need to cry. I don't care about that, and I'm just going to stay right here with you and patiently wait, right here by your side. Take as long as you need to. I want you to do something for me today, my friend. I want you to throw out all that junk food that people may have brought out of kindness. If you have loads of donuts and cookies and other foods like this, please try to get rid of most of it. I know people mean well and are just trying to be kind. Thank the people who thought of you. You don't need to tell them you got rid of anything, but trust me, junk food will not make you feel better. It might seem like it makes you feel better emotionally, but believe me when I tell you it won't help with all the strong, strong emotions you're trying to work through right now. I know, I sound like I'm nagging, but I'm telling you this because I love you and I don't want you to feel any worse than you already do. That comfort food won't help, and it won't actually give you comfort in the end. Too much coffee, caffeine will not help either, incidentally. You're trying your best, so as crazy as it sounds, try to choose fruits and vegetables, water and herbal teas instead as much as possible. Of course, you're not a bad person if you choose food for comfort sometimes. We all do. We're only human after all, especially in a situation like this. I know this is very, very hard, and I want you to really take care of yourself right now. You need a lot of love during this hard time. I love you. I'm here with you. Day 5. Hello, my friend. How are you feeling today? Were you able to get any time to rest or just have a peaceful break yesterday? I know that what you're going through right now is pretty much the opposite of peaceful, isn't it? If you were a caregiver for your dying person, and especially if you took care of them for a long time, you may well be very, very tired. Don't feel guilty if there is a part of you that feels glad that you are able to rest now. Taking care of someone who is very sick and dying, or having to go to the hospital for many days to be by a sick or dying person's side, is stressful and exhausting. Or maybe your person died suddenly, but you are still very, very tired. Can you do something for me today? Don't feel bad for feeling worn out. Stress is very, very tiring. Don't feel bad if you are not productive right now. Don't feel bad if you are having a hard time getting to all the things you would normally get done in a day in the past. Every day, if all you do is your best, and if the most important thing you do is take care of yourself, then, my friend, that is more than good enough. Make sure you get some fresh air and sunshine if you are able. Drink your water. Make sure you are eating some healthy things. Please don't drink too much coffee. Please cry whenever you need to. Anything nice that you can do for yourself today, do it. I'm here with you, my friend. You will get through this. Day 6. Hello, my friend. How are you today? Have you been able to get some rest? Are you able to get some sleep? If not at night, are you able to get a nap during the day? Even if you're able to sit on a chair or a couch and close your eyes for a while and do some deep, slow breathing, that would be very helpful too. You might find that your mind is overwhelmed with thoughts. You might be having bad dreams about your person, or you might be having sad dreams, or you might be trying to rest but your brain is spinning with so many intrusive thoughts. You might be feeling sad, scared, angry, guilty, overwhelmed, apathetic. You might be replaying all kinds of conversations and scenarios in your head over and over again. Don't be afraid. You are trying to process all that has happened, and this is a lot to process. Can you do something for me? Can you find some paper or something to write on, or buy yourself a journal? Do you have a writing app on your phone or whatever device you like to use? Do you have a writing program on your computer? It would be very helpful to start to write your feelings down. Every day, and any time you feel the need during the day, write down your feelings. Start keeping a diary or a journal, whatever you want to call it. You never have to read this journal, and one day, if you like, you can get rid of it. But this is your place to get those thoughts out of your head and onto paper, or whatever writing platform you like. Thoughts can build up pretty quickly at times, and especially in upsetting and stressful situations, and they can become quite heavy and painful. Write them down. Write down all your thoughts and feelings. Write down all the situations that keep popping up in your mind. Write down all the things you loved about your person. Write down all the things that drive you crazy about your person, if you want to. Write down all the things you don't want to forget. Write it all down. It doesn't matter if you're not the best at writing. It doesn't matter if your spelling isn't great. Just write it down. Take that burden inside you, turn it into words, and let it out. Thank you for doing that for yourself. It's very important. It may seem like a total pain, but it's very important. I am holding your hand right now. Take a deep breath. Now let it out. This is not easy, but I am with you. Write it out, my friend. Day 7. Hello, my friend. How are you today? Have you been making sure you keep trying to get some rest? It doesn't matter if you wake up many times during the night. Don't let that bother you. If you need to, just get up out of bed and watch TV, or read a book, or find a guided meditation online. You will sleep when you need to. My friend, you have made it through a whole week. I know this isn't exactly something that will make you want to celebrate. In fact, today could be very, very sad for you. A whole week has gone by without your person. Other people might not completely understand, but it could very well feel absolutely awful to you. It may, in fact, feel just as bad or even worse as the day they died. You may find yourself replaying the events of that whole day over in your mind today. I understand. How could you not? That day was a lot for you to deal with. If you feel like you're reliving that whole day all over again, both mentally and emotionally, that is completely understandable. Can you do something for me today? Can you do something to honor your person? If you need to go to a special place that you went to with them, or if you need to hold a special object that belonged to them for a while, or if you need to look at pictures of them, please do that today. If all of this is just too upsetting and you are not ready, that is okay too. Do something to honor yourself then, even if it's just acknowledging in your mind that you are going through a lot, and no matter what, you are proud of yourself for having done your best each day since your person died. You may have found today surprising. You might have been thinking you were starting to feel a bit better, and then, because it's 1 week later, you feel terrible again. This is normal and okay. You don't have to rush yourself to feel better, my friend. It's going to take some time. Write down your feelings. Drink your water. Eat something good for you. Try not to have too much caffeine. Try not to drink too much alcohol. Trust me, it does not help when you're feeling very, very sad. I know this from experience. Love yourself today. I'm with you today, and I'll be here tomorrow. Day 8. Hello, my friend. How are you feeling today? Have you been able to get a little more rest lately than before? Do you want to sleep all the time? I know I said rest is important, and it is, but try not to sleep all day, my friend, if that's what you've been feeling like doing. I know, it sounds like I am contradicting myself, but it would be a good idea to try to get most of your sleep at night if you're able to. Little naps during the day can be very, very helpful, but if you are able to, try to get most of your sleep at night. Can you do something for me today? Can you start to tidy up your living space a little? Whatever you choose to do is good. Whether it's a load of laundry, or vacuuming, or washing the floors, even if it's just one task today, that's good. Can you pick up any dirty clothes off the floor and either put them in a hamper or laundry basket, or sort them for washing? Can you pick up any food wrappers or pop cans from around your room or home? Can you put all the dirty dishes in the sink or dishwasher and wash them? If there are a lot of dirty dishes, just do some now and some later. Divide it into as many loads as you need. Can you dust your living space? Can you open windows if they're not already open and let in some fresh air? People may have sent you flowers or plant baskets after your person died. Your baskets might need some water. Check to see if your plants are looking a little droopy or if the dirt is really dry. If your flower arrangements are starting to look wilted and bad, get rid of them now and wash the vases if necessary. Throw away or wash and recycle any takeout food containers that might be around your living area. If you have the energy today, please wash and change your sheets. I know that you might feel like there is not a lot to be happy about right now, but believe me when I tell you that cleaning up your living space will help you cope with hard times better. You don't have to do it all at once. Please just do a little each day, if that is all you can manage right now. Just a little each day, my friend. That will be a very good thing to do. I am here with you. You can do it. Day 9. Hello, my friend. How are you doing today? Are you able to get some rest during the day? Are you able to set aside some private time to cry or just feel whatever it is you need to feel? It could be disappointment. It could be anger. It could be intense sadness. Whatever it is, are you making time for yourself to allow these feelings? Can you do something for me today? Can you love yourself despite all that you are going through? That will be good enough for today. Do you feel like you feel lost since your person died? I understand. If you were a caregiver for your person, you were most likely very, very busy in the last days and weeks before your person died, maybe even longer. Your day was probably filled with caring for your person and trying to catch up on all the other tasks you had to do in your life. Now that they are gone, that hectic schedule is gone, and it can make you feel quite lost, like you don't know what to do with yourself each day. You may have hated all the stressful things you had to do each day and wished for it all to end. That is normal. It doesn't mean that you didn't care about your person. It just means that you probably felt tired and sad and frightened, but you had to carry on anyway. It also means you wish they never had to be so sick and unable to care for themselves. You might also feel lost because that person was very important to you. Maybe they were one of your parents, and they spent many years taking care of you. Maybe they were a person who was very, very important to you, and they brought you a great deal of happiness. Maybe they were even a person who you had a difficult relationship with, but they were still a big part of your life. But now they're gone, and losing them has simply made you feel lost. You have suffered a loss, my friend, but you are not lost. You are someone who is doing their best to get through each day, and an enormous life change. I am proud of you. You are not lost. You are right here, hearing these words, and I am here with you because I know how you feel. You are not lost. Please do not give up on yourself. You are not lost. Day 10. Hello, my friend. How are you today? Are you finding some time to find peace outside in fresh air and sunshine? It's important. It won't magically erase any of your problems, but it is helping you heal, even if it doesn't seem like it. Believe me, it is. Has there been a funeral yet for your person? If you have concluded all the funeral arrangements, you might have found it stressful or very, very sad. You may have also found it comforting. Sometimes these gatherings can be a great source of comfort and love from family members and friends. Sometimes they can be overwhelming. If you haven't had a funeral yet, but are going to soon, you may feel nervous. Some people want to speak at the funeral and say a few words about their person, but they find public speaking frightening. You may be too shy or uncomfortable to say anything. Do what is best for you. Other people may judge you for not speaking, but you have to take care of you now. Can you do something for me today? If you were too nervous or shy or uncomfortable to say anything at your person's funeral, could you write down everything you wanted to say in your journal? Even if there are good things and bad things, even if there are things you are angry at your person for, please write it all down. Please write down any feelings you may have had during the funeral or anything you want to remember. Thank you. My friend, if there has not been a funeral for your person yet, that is okay. These things happen when and if we are ready. Some people don't even want to have a funeral or any kind of get-together. That is okay. If there is not going to be a funeral, or if it is going to be a very simple event, but you wish there could be more to give you closure, just write down all of these feelings and get them out. Families can be very complicated. Your person may have had strong opinions about what they wanted to happen after they died. Just do your best, even if you don't have much say or control over what has been decided. It's a complicated time in everyone's lives. Just try your very best to get through this hard time. I love you, and I'm here holding your hand. Day 11. Hello, my friend. How are you today? Have you been able to get some sleep? Just do your best. If you have a lot on your mind, it is not always easy to get a good night's sleep. And if it makes you feel any better, I have been through many nights of interrupted sleep or waking up early, and I am okay. You might see a lot of frightening articles that yell at you to get sleep, but don't put too much pressure on yourself. That will only make things harder. Can you do something for me today? Can you collect and wash any dirty dishes in your space? Can you sweep your floors if needed and run the vacuum around a bit? Can you collect any dirty clothes that are lying around and put them in your laundry basket or hamper? Can you open up some windows at some point to let some fresh air in for a little bit, depending on how hot or cold out it is? If you didn't get washed in a while, can you get a bath or a shower? You don't have to style your hair. You don't have to put on makeup. Today, just get washed. Being clean and fresh will make you feel better. Honestly, it will. Brush your teeth as well. If you are tired and have been sitting a lot lately, please take some time to get up and simply do some stretches. Just stretch and move your body a bit. If that is all you feel like you can do today, it's okay to take a day to just rest. If today is a hard day and you feel like you need to cry a lot, find the space and time to do so. If you feel like you can't cry, that is okay too. We all deal with things differently, and the only thing I want you to do is not suppress your emotions. Don't hold them in or ignore them just to be strong or brave. Actually, strength and bravery is facing all of those powerful emotions. I know that sometimes it can feel like once you start crying, you will never be able to stop. Don't be afraid of these feelings. Facing your feelings will help you heal. And like I said, if you don't feel like you want to cry or are able to cry, that is okay too. If and when it needs to happen, it will happen. I am proud of you. You're doing the very best you can. I'm sending you lots of love right now. Day 12. Hello, my friend. How are you today? Are you making sure to eat something healthy today? Choose something that is good for you, but will also make you feel happy. I know, that's easier to do when everything is deep fried or full of sugar, but it can be done. It just takes a little more effort sometimes. Now is even a good time to learn how to cook some things for yourself, if you don't already know how. There are many videos online about basic cooking skills, with clear instructions on how to do things. Can you do something for me today? Did your person have a favorite recipe? Was there something they like to make for themselves or for other people to enjoy? Was there something that they used to cook that they were well known for? Maybe you would like to try making that for yourself today or in the near future. If you can't or don't want to cook, can you write down all the things they used to make that you loved? Sometimes when someone we love dies, we find that one of the many things we miss about them are the things they used to cook and bake. If you can find your person's recipes, or if you can get them from someone, it might make you feel good to try making it yourself. Sometimes just having an idea and going to the store and getting all the things you need to create something, along with the planning, can give you a great lift. It is a nice way to feel like that person is with you while you're creating. Please know something, though. You probably won't be able to make that special recipe taste just like your person did. You may find that there is something missing. Don't let this bother you too much or make you feel sad or bad. Actually, let it give you some comfort. I know this sounds crazy, but hear me out. I used to feel quite sad that I could never make my loved ones' recipes just like they did. But now I realize that this is okay, because it shows how unique and special your person truly was. It is a reminder that they were irreplaceable, and that, my friend, is why you are so very sad without them. A unique and special person makes something their way. If your version comes out close to how your person made theirs, that will be good enough. I like the idea of taking that favorite recipe and making it my own personal creation. In that way, I feel that I am honoring my person and honoring myself. Honor yourself, my friend. You are more than worth it. Day 13. Hello, my friend. How are you today? Have you been making sure to take care of yourself each day? I know it's hard, but you have been doing a good job. Please keep doing it. Here is something nobody may have told you could happen when your person dies. After the funeral, you might be feeling what I think of as the big empty. It may seem strange, but the time leading up to a funeral can be a bit busy. If you have viewings before the funeral, that will take up time in your day. The day of the funeral will keep you occupied as well, especially if you have a wake or a gathering afterward. During these events, you may find a great deal of comfort from all the people around you. You might feel a great deal of love and support during these events, and it may lift your spirits for just a little while. It can be very lively when we all gather for these important milestones in life. You may even have some laughs with cousins, co-workers, other relatives, and friends. But once the funeral is over, and maybe within the next day or more, you may feel discouraged to find that you feel worse. You may find that you feel sadder than before and more lost than before. You may feel like everything is quiet and empty. Many people will not contact you or be available after the funeral. There may have been people there who you don't normally get a chance to see, but once all of the funeral or death arrangements have wrapped up, it can all feel very quiet and very lonely. It can feel like your life is empty and you have nothing to look forward to. Don't feel bad for feeling this way. You are not alone in feeling this way. It won't always feel this way, my friend. I know it's hard to believe, but it won't. If it feels like you're starting over as far as your grieving is concerned, this is normal too. If you need to slow things down again for a little bit, please do so. Keep taking care of yourself. I know you're very, very sad, but I also know that you can do it. Love you. Day 14. Hello, my friend. How are you today? It is 2 weeks since your person died. How are you feeling? You might find today to be very, very difficult. You might hate today. You might feel like you feel nothing at all. You might need some time alone to cry or just allow your emotions to come out. Be kind to yourself and do what is best for you today. I want to tell you something, my friend. This is not going to be the nicest thing to hear. It is something you may discover in time if you haven't already. It is something that could make you feel very surprised and hurt. You may even find it a bit shocking when you experience it. Okay, here it is. Most people will only give you about 2 weeks after your person dies. What do I mean by this? I mean that most people will expect that after 2 weeks, you should be feeling better, or that you should get on with it, or that you should go back to work. Some people will even seem surprised and confused when they find that you are still hurting 2 weeks after the death of your person. If you post on social media about your person, or about how upset you are still feeling, you may find that many of the people who seem to care at first are no longer interested in what is going on in your life. This could be very upsetting to you, and it might make you feel very lonely and very alone in your grief. What I have learned is that there are many, many reasons why most people cannot or will not be there for you. Some people have had too many tragedies and traumatic things happen in their own lives, and they don't have the strength to help you with yours. Some people simply do not have a great deal of empathy. They haven't had any loved ones die, and they do not know or understand exactly how it feels. Some people do not know the right thing to say to a person who is going through an extremely upsetting time, so their embarrassment keeps them from saying anything at all. Some people are simply not very deep or caring, and there are many reasons for that, but we're not here to figure all that out. Can you do something for me? Can you love yourself? It is absolutely, positively, 100% okay to not feel better in just 2 weeks after losing your person. It is, however, your responsibility to heal yourself and deal with your grief. It is your experience, after all, and it is very important to be your biggest supporter in life. Yes, it would be nice to have more people show love and support, and there are people who are loving and supporting, of course, but there are also people who will disappoint you. Do your best to forgive them and keep moving forward. This doesn't mean you have to stay friends with everyone. This means that you realize that we are all products of what we have experienced in life, and our reactions to things we experience are all based on the sum of what we have lived. Love yourself. Start today to truly love yourself and be your own strongest support system. I am here for you. I am standing with you as you now begin to stand for yourself. You are not alone. Day 15. Hello, my friend. How are you today? Are you able to continue to stay home and continue your healing, or did you have to go back to work? For whatever reason, you may have needed to return to your job or school. You may have been back for several days already, or you may need to go back soon. Did you find this okay, or did you find this very hard? Sadly, most companies don't offer a great deal of time to grieve. As terrible as it is, getting back to some sort of a routine might be helpful. I know. It probably feels the exact opposite of helpful. I get it. You may have found it very stressful to go back to work, and you may feel stressed if you have not gone back yet. I'm not saying it will feel great. It probably won't. But it can definitely be helpful. Sometimes we don't realize how draining it can be to stay home with our sadness day after day. Here, my friend, give me your hand. I want to tell you something. You may have already experienced it, or you may have yet to experience it. No, it's nothing to be afraid of. I just want to tell you because it surprised me, and it surprised other people I have talked to. When you return to work after the death of your person, you may find the reactions of your coworkers quite surprising and disappointing. You may be expecting a lot of people to come up to you and speak with you and express their sympathies. In actuality, what I've found is that most of your coworkers will say nothing about your loss. Some people will even clearly try to avoid you. Some will be obviously uncomfortable around you. Some of them may even stare at you as though you are ready to fall apart at any moment. Yes, there will definitely be some people who will make a point of approaching you, and their caring will be obvious. Not everyone is like this, though, and you may be very surprised and very disappointed in how other people act toward you. Well, as I mentioned yesterday, many people will not be able to handle your grief. When people in life have so many of their own problems, they simply are unable to handle yours as well. As hard and as cold as it sounds, people will let us down in our lives. But, my friend, we will let people down as well, and we have let people down. In the past, if someone lost their person, how did you react? Did you make a point of approaching them to tell them how sorry you were to hear about their loss? Did you offer any emotional support? Did you avoid them because it made you feel awkward? No, my friend, I'm absolutely not trying to lecture you or make you feel bad. I'm here for you, after all. I just want to say it again. Love yourself and be your own strong support system. Many of us have not received the love we so desperately needed during times in our lives when we needed it the most. I think, as we each come to realize this and understand how hurtful it feels, we move forward choosing to show more kindness to others. We choose to make a point of not shying away from others in their times of sadness. Slowly, this helps make the world a better place. Do you think so too, my friend? I understand if you don't right now. You will one day. Day 16. Hello, my friend. How are you today? I hope you are feeling okay today. I hope you are making time each day to care about yourself, to forgive yourself for anything you think makes you a failure, and for anything you wish you could have done better in life. We are all learning, and we make mistakes along the way. I don't know anyone who has magically become a perfect person and does everything right. I sure do admire you for being here right now with me, being vulnerable, and accepting that you are currently going through a very hard, very painful process. My friend, I want to tell you something today. You might find, if you haven't already, that every time you go out, you don't feel comfortable right now with any places that strongly remind you of your person. There might be certain streets that you drove down with your person, or certain places you went with your person, and even though you used to enjoy these places, they may be making you feel very bad right now. Those streets you and your person used to drive down together may even feel very weird to you now and make you feel very uncomfortable. There is nothing wrong with choosing a different way to get places for now. If those familiar roads are currently making you feel very upset, my friend, choose a different way. There is more than one way to get to a place. Even if it takes a little longer than it used to, choose a new way for now. Choose a new store to shop in if you need to. Find a new grocery store. You don't have to explain yourself to anyone. You're taking care of yourself now, after all. If there comes a day when you want to try those roads and places again, by all means go for it. If you never want to go to those places again, that is okay too. Sometimes finding a new way is the best thing we can do for ourselves. After we lose that special person in our lives, aren't we forced onto a new path anyway? Don't be afraid. I know that despite everything, you are very brave. I feel afraid sometimes too, but like you, I keep going. Thank you. Day 17. Hello, my beautiful friend. How are you doing today? Are you making sure you get enough to eat each day? You are very important, my friend, and you need to keep taking care of yourself. You're still here, and you have not given up. I can't tell you how happy this makes me. You're probably thinking, you don't even know me. I do know how you feel, though, and since you've been here with me for over a couple of weeks now, I want you to know that I am rooting for you. After all, I'm still here, and my friend, I have been through some very rough times. My friend, there may come a time that you must clean out your person's belongings. Have you already had to do this? This can be a very painful process. It might not feel very good at all to have to get rid of your person's clothes or the things that they loved when they were alive. This may cause you a great deal of sadness. Take your time doing this if you are able to. If you have lots of time to do this, just do a little bit of cleaning out at a time. It can feel overwhelming, and that's perfectly understandable. I felt a lot of emotions come up for me when I had to clean out belongings of my people. Some of the things I would come across would actually make me happy because they remind me of a pleasant or funny memories. Some things would cause a great deal of pain because they would so remind me of my person. Some things would feel downright terrible to have to get rid of, but I neither was able to nor wanted to keep everything. I just didn't have the room for it. I'm going to be honest with you. Getting rid of your person's things can be a very, very tough job. Is there anyone who can help you? Is there an item or some things you can keep that were special to you? Maybe you are not involved in cleaning out your person's things. Does this make you feel relieved or bad? Why not write down your feelings about this? It's a tough thing to go through, and you're not a weak person if you found it to be a huge struggle. There might be some things, for whatever reason, you have a strong need to keep at this point in time. That's all right too. There's no shame in feeling some comfort by keeping some things that belong to your person. I have more thoughts on this for tomorrow, and we will talk more about it then. I'm thinking of you, my friend. Just keep taking care of yourself. Rest when you need to, and try to do things that make you feel a little better. I know. Feeling better may feel like a distant dream at this point. That's okay. Keep going. See you tomorrow. Day 18. Hello, my friend. How are you doing today? Were you able to get some rest last night? If you still can't sleep very well, there are a lot of good guided meditations online. You can sit up in your bed or find a quiet place and try listening to one and see if it brings you some peace. One day at a time, my friend. Yesterday I was talking about how you might have to deal with your person's belongings. There is something else that I thought I should mention. You might have already observed this already even. When someone dies, there may be some family members or friends who don't want anything that belonged to your person. But there might be some family members or friends who want a lot of things that belong to your person. There might even be people who fight over things that belong to your person. This could be very upsetting. I don't know why some people seem to want to be greedy for a passed-on loved one's things. It could be that they're very upset. It could be that they're desperately trying to hold on to that person as much as possible by surrounding themselves with the deceased loved one's things. It could be that these people, quite simply, are greedy. I know. It's already an upsetting enough time, and you don't need things like this to make it any worse. There may even be someone you know who took something that belonged to your person that you wanted. There might be one person who took many things. It could make you feel very sad and very angry. It's okay to feel this way. It's up to you whether it's worth fighting for or starting arguments that could potentially only cause you more distress. I'm sorry you have to go through this. All I can say is this, my friend. We are not our things. As much as we love our things, we are much more than our things. What made you happy was your person, and that is a good thing because that feeling of your person in your heart, mind, and soul is something that no one can ever take away from you. It is something that is yours to keep forever. There. Let's take a deep breath and maybe try to smile. Not everyone and everything is going to be terrible forever. Hard times can bring out the worst in people. Not all people can deal with everything the way that is best or kindest. You are doing a great job, though, my friend, so be proud of yourself for that. I love you and I believe in you. Day 19. Hi, my friend. How are you doing? It occurred to me that you might be hearing this during the evening. Let's talk about nighttime for a little bit. Nighttime can be very soothing. It can be a time when we are winding down from a busy day. It can be a time when we finally get a chance to relax. Some people like to stay up very late and enjoy this time all to themselves. Some people like to go out and stay out late with friends. Let's talk about that time, though, when it is very dark and we are in our beds, or maybe we are alone in our homes or apartments and we are stuck with our thoughts. Maybe we are supposed to be sleeping, but what if we've lost our special person? Maybe nighttime for now is not very peaceful or relaxing. Maybe you are finding that it is now a time when your brain won't shut off. It can feel very lonely. It can feel very frightening. Sometimes all we can think about is our worries and fears at night, and we imagine bad things happening to us or people we love. If our person was very sick, maybe we are unable to sleep because now we have worries that we too will become sick. Sometimes we become so desperate to get some sleep that it makes it nearly impossible to sleep. The night can feel very, very long when our mind is swirling with thoughts. Too many thoughts can make us feel like we are physically unwell, but actually, we are just very tired. Here is my advice. Don't put so much pressure on yourself to get good sleep, and don't feel badly for feeling sad or stressed at night. If you wake up in the night, or if it seems to be taking forever to fall asleep, either sit up in bed or go into another room. Look for short, guided meditations on the internet. Don't make the goal of listening to these meditations to be to fall asleep. Instead, let your goal be to feel peaceful. It will take a lot of pressure off you. Just listen to the words and breathe. If you still feel anxious at the end of that meditation, find another. You can also find soothing meditation music online to just sit and listen to, or even your own favorite music. This will probably make you feel sleepy eventually. That's fine. If it doesn't, though, just keep listening and keep allowing yourself to feel peaceful. I truly feel that these periods of peacefulness are extremely beneficial too. Don't be afraid of the dark, and don't be afraid of your mind. Being alone with our thoughts is not a bad thing, even though it is very uncomfortable, even though it can feel quite painful. Quiet times are blessings in disguise, my friend. They give us a chance to process all the difficult feelings and thoughts we try too hard to stuff back down all the time. Tomorrow, I will talk about what I do when my mind is filled with negative thoughts. I know it's hard, but we're getting through this together, and I know you can do it. See you tomorrow, my friend. Day 20. Hello, my friend. How are you today? What healthy things are you going to eat today? What good things can you do for your body as you are trying your best to get through each day and heal? Thank you for taking care of yourself, even if it's just a little bit more each day. I'm proud of you. So yesterday we were talking about how sometimes we can be bombarded by our own negative thoughts. Believe me, I have been there and I get it. Don't feel bad. Negative thinking is a habit we have probably formed over many years, and it does take some work to break. I mean, think of it this way. Have you ever had a habit of doing something every day that you decided you wanted to quit? Maybe it was drinking a can of pop every day, or eating a donut or chocolate bar every day. Maybe it was smoking. Whatever it was, once you decided to break that habit, it took some serious work, didn't it? It can be just as difficult, if not even harder, to break the habit of negative thinking. Believe me, I know. When very hard things happen in our lives, we can become very pessimistic. Sometimes we have negative and fearful thoughts for obvious reasons, but sometimes we have anxious thoughts for what seems like no reason at all. The negative voice in our mind seems desperate for us to believe that we are not good, we're fat, we're too thin, we're ugly, we're pathetic, we're not doing a good enough job at anything, we're going to fail at whatever we do, we're going to get a horrible disease and die. All of the people we love are going to get sick and die. We're going to be stuck in a bad life and never ever fix it. That list can be endless. What I do is I play the what else game with my mind. When those negative thoughts are really swirling and whirling, I stop and I talk to that voice to hear what it has to say. For example, the voice in my mind says, "You're not going to be able to do this job right." I say, "Okay, what else?" Voice, "You are too old to be good at." Me, "Okay, what else?" Voice, "You're never going to heal." Me, "Okay, what else?" I take a total bring it on attitude against that voice. I challenge it to say all the fear-based things it wants to trick me into believing are truth. And it's funny, but once I stop trying to block that voice and I allow it to say all of its nonsense, that voice can't seem to think of any more negative things to say after a while. If I am trying to force that voice to come up with negative garbage, it's like it can't think of things as easily anymore. And as that voice stammers to think of more dumb reasons to make me feel bad, I begin to smile, and then I thank it. But I'm just going to keep on getting better, and I don't need its help. Try it. Love you. Keep going. Day 21. Hi, my friend. How are you today? You have made it through 3 weeks without your person. Even though death and loss are a part of life, I am still sorry that you are going through this. I know it's not easy. I know it can be very, very hard. But if you didn't have all that love in your heart, you wouldn't be feeling this awful. Don't you agree? You're a good, loving person who is simply going through a hard time in your life right now. It may be the hardest time you've been through. You are not alone. There are many, many people just like you out there right now going through the great pain of loss. I'm sending you my love right now. 3 weeks. It could actually feel hard to believe that this much time has passed. Time is a very strange thing, isn't it? You have probably had some days in these past 3 weeks that you found so terrible you thought they would never end. And yet, here you are, and the time has passed by anyway. Can you do something for me today? Can you get your journal or a piece of paper or your phone or whatever you like to write in and make 2 lists? Write down all the bad feelings you have had about the past 3 weeks. Write down all the reasons this period of time has been hard for you. Then write down any good things that have happened, no matter how small, even if it is something like managing to get washed most days of the week. Write down all the good things you have done each day to get through a very sad, very hard period in your life. Write down all the good things that you have done that you are proud of. I'll say it again. There is nothing that is too small to put on that list. What can you do today to celebrate yourself, my friend? You've successfully made it through 3 weeks without your person, and I know it has not been easy. Can you take some time to read a book you've been putting off? Can you get outside for a little bit and get some fresh air? Can you make something really nice for one of your meals today? Can you wear that item of clothing you usually save for special occasions? This is, after all, a special occasion, believe it or not. The special occasion is that you are still here. I am so glad. We're in this together after all. Try to make this day as good for yourself as you can. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Day 22. Hi, my friend. How are you doing today? If you want to say that you are feeling just as terrible today as you did the day before, and the day before that, and the day before that, that's okay. Let's just sit together quietly for a moment. You know, it's funny. Just as nighttime can be difficult at times, the morning can be hard too. I think it's normal when we're going through such intense times as these to wake up to start a new day and find that the first thing we think or feel is that we dread another day of this, or we can't do this, or we don't want to face another day without our person. I think there are at least a few reasons for this. The first one is obvious. You've lost a person you love very much. It goes without saying that things may definitely be very, very hard for a while. Another reason, though, is that sometimes we tend to think of that whole long day stretching out before us, and as we're trying to work our way through all those hours, it can feel overwhelming. Someone I loved very, very much once had some good advice for me. When I would have to make a long commute for a period of time, I would feel overwhelmed as I thought of that long trek down the highway, even before I got in the car. My loved one told me to not think of the whole drive at once, but instead to just focus on the journey in a small portion at a time. So try not to be overwhelmed thinking of your whole day before you and how you might feel and all the things you have to do. Just do your best with this time, right now, as you have just woken up. Your goal, right now, is to feel as peaceful as you can. If you need to cry about your person, do it, and feel no shame. Can you do some stretches? They feel good and help the body release some tension. Can you make an herbal tea to start the day? Can you go for a walk or do some light exercise? If this is one of those days you can't face anything, can you simply get into the bath or shower and get washed? Just keep putting one foot in front of the other, my friend. On days that are very hard, just keep going, 1 hour at a time. I know you will make it through. I have absolute confidence in you. At the end of the day, when it's quiet and you have some time to yourself, tell me how you did. Write down all the things that you did just to get through today. You won't have to do this forever, my friend. I know it's hard to imagine, but it's true. Thank you for being your amazing self. Day 23. Hi, my friend. How are you today? Before your day ended yesterday, did you write down or at least acknowledge the things you have done to get through each day? The things you have done to support yourself? If you did not, why not take a moment and tell me right now? This is a safe place to say how you are proud of you and how you are taking care of you. You deserve it. Have you been thinking a lot about death lately, my friend? Sometimes we can't help but wonder why certain things in our lives happen to us. It's hard to understand why people who we think are good die. Why do some people get sick and die? Why do some people get in accidents? Why do bad things happen to good people? I have wondered all of these things too, my friend. There are questions in life that we may never find answers to. There are things that happen that we may never entirely understand. Sometimes the best we can do is acknowledge that there are things that happen in life that are simply unfair. Yes, it is all right to grieve for yourself as well. There is no shame in mourning a part of your life that has now changed drastically. Of course, you need to mourn your person, but don't forget about yourself. You deserve your own sympathy and care as well. Yes, part of that care involves making sure to continue to feed yourself, try to get rest, and keep yourself clean. But as your own hero, you must also love yourself through this period of your life and mourn the end of a great chapter. Compassion for yourself. Enough to realize that it's okay to be sad for you. Can you do something for me today? Can you make yourself a really great lunch or dinner? You deserve it. If you don't have all the ingredients you need, can you go to the store and get a few things? No, it might not feel great to go out, but you're taking care of yourself more and more now, so it will be a good thing. Thank you. I'm proud of you. Day 24. Hello, my friend. I hope you are doing well. If you haven't already, please find some fresh clothes to wear and go and get a shower or a bath. I'll wait here until you get back. There, much better. You look like you even feel a bit better. Nice to see that slight smile. Isn't it better to feel fresh and clean? Yes, I think so too. What are you having for breakfast today? Are you a breakfast person? Try to have something nice. Do you have any time for fitness today, or do you have to go to work or school right away? If you have time, can you go for a small walk? This will be a good chance to tell me about how your thoughts may or may not have been progressing. Do you still feel just as sad as you did at first? Do you feel more stressed these days? Do you feel worse each day or better? Don't judge yourself. Just accept how you have been feeling. If you have been feeling worse, how are you dealing with this? Are you giving yourself time to cry or be sad each day? Are you giving yourself opportunities to rest or relax? Are you most comfortable working through your feelings on your own, or do you feel you could use some help? If you feel you could use some help, have you looked to see if there is grief counseling in your area? Do you have any friends or family members you could talk to? Don't let this overwhelm you. These are things for you to consider. I don't want you to think that you're not supposed to feel very sad still, or that you're supposed to be functioning normally by now. It would just be good if you feel like you are really, really struggling to make sure you don't feel you have to do it alone. Don't ever be ashamed to get help, my friend. If you are more comfortable working through your feelings on your own, that's fine too. Just keep giving yourself time. Thanks for the walk. I look forward to talking to you tomorrow. Day 25. Hi, my brave and wonderful friend. First of all, I want to say, I see you. I see how you've been struggling. I see that you have been desperately sad at times. I have seen you in your deep grief. I have seen you keep going. I have seen you get up every day and you keep trying. You keep doing your best. I know, my friend. It has not been easy. I know how painful it feels, how lonely it feels at times, how heavy, how there are days that you find very, very hard to get through. I want to tell you that I know. Believe me, I know. I want to thank you. I want you to know that you inspire me. I mean it. You inspire me. You, as you keep going, inch by inch, minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day. You give me hope for the whole world because you have not given up on yourself. You are choosing to love yourself and take care of yourself. Even if that is new and feels completely foreign to you to do so, you are starting on a journey of taking care of you, and it's about time. Are you a failure if you cry today? Absolutely not. Are you a failure if you get upset in front of people? Absolutely not. Are you a failure if you are struggling? Absolutely not. Are you a failure if you still have doubts that life can ever be good again? Absolutely not. But here you are, with me now, and to me that says everything. Let's keep going together. I know you can make it through this day as well. I have total faith in you. All you have to do is have a little faith in yourself. Day 26. Hello, my friend. How are you today? Did you make sure that all of your laundry has been washed? Do you need to wash any clothes, sheets, or towels? Do you need to dust any of the furniture in your home? Do you need to sweep any floors or run the vacuum around? How about your kitchen? Are there any dirty dishes that could be washed, or clean dishes that could be put away? Are there foods in your fridge that have gone bad and need to be disposed of? Do you need a few groceries? How about your bedroom? Are there any clothes lying on the floor, or anything that needs to be straightened up a bit? Have you changed your sheets in a while? Could the blanket on your bed use a wash? Do you have clean clothes that need to be put away? How about your living room? Are there any dirty dishes or take-out food containers in there? Let's get those tidied up. Could the floor benefit from a sweep or a vac? Is there anything in there that you can make a start to put away? Are there any bills that need to be paid that you have forgotten about during this overwhelming time? Now, my friend, I want you to know that in no way am I judging you. When times are very stressful and overwhelming, it can be very hard to find the energy or the drive to keep up with chores and tasks. Some people find it makes them feel better to really organize things during stressful times. You may or may not find that too. If you've been finding it very hard, that's okay. Can you do something for me today? Can you make a list of things that need to get done around the house? Don't let that list overwhelm you. Sometimes we all lose sight of what we need to do, and that list can really pile up before we even realize it. If you don't want to write a list, just go through my suggestions and pick something. If you pick just one thing to straighten up today, and one thing tomorrow, and one thing after that, you'll get through it all. It doesn't matter if it takes you longer than normal. Let's get started today. Just one thing. Of course, you can do as many things on your list as you want, but if that's overwhelming, that's okay. One thing will be great. Just one thing, my wonderful, brave friend. You can do it. Day 27. Hello, my friend. How are you today? How is work or school or whatever you do each day going? If doing all the things you used to do before you lost your person still feels very strange, it's completely understandable. Very big changes in our lives can really cause us to see things in a different light. There might be things that you used to really enjoy doing that you just don't like anymore. This feeling might pass, but it might not as well. I'm not saying this to sound confusing. I want you to know that you're not going crazy. You have just experienced a tremendous, life-changing event. Sometimes when these things happen, we can't help but change ourselves. Losing a very special person can really make us see what we find most important. It can make us want to change many things in our lives, like our jobs or where we live. It can make us want to start taking better care of ourselves. Maybe, if our person had been very sick, it makes us want to live a healthier life. For a while after we've lost someone we love very much, it could also do the opposite and make us stop caring about ourselves at all. If this is how you have been feeling, first of all, my friend, I don't want you to be ashamed of yourself. It's all part of just being human, failing, not caring about ourselves for periods of time, going through sad times, going through happy times, going through easy, carefree times, going through burdensome, difficult times. I have heard many times, and you probably have too, that the only constant in life is change. It may not sound like the most comforting thing by any means, But change happens whether we're hoping for it, ready for it, or not. So what can we do? We can make sure to always make ourselves a priority. Even if that means we have to start over many times in our lives, that doesn't matter. What matters is that we never give up on ourselves. Why? Why bother? Well, my friend, you are here, aren't you? You're still here on this earth. You didn't die like your person. I am still here. I didn't die like any of my beloved people. I truly believe there is a reason for this. No, it's not because I am good and they are bad. Not at all. There is a reason, and it may take us a long time to discover what that is. But if we open our hearts and our minds to this possibility, we will find it. Take care of yourself today, my friend. You are worth it. Don't stop learning to be your own best friend. Not today. Not ever. Love you. Day 28. Hello, my friend. I want you to do something for me today. I want you to begin truly thinking about yourself and how you are going to take care of yourself today and every single day from this day forward. I want you to promise yourself that you will work every day to not say bad things about yourself and correct that voice in your mind every time it says something negative about you. I want you to forgive yourself for all the things you think you have failed at in life. I want you to forgive yourself for all that you think you didn't do, should have done, could have done for your person while they were alive. I want you to forgive yourself for any things you might have thought about your person or said to your person while they were alive. I want you to forgive yourself for not being able to save your person. This is a big one. I know it's hard. I want you to forgive yourself for this. You did the best you could, and even if you are saying, I could have done more, or I didn't do enough, that does not matter. It is still the best you could. I want you to forgive yourself if you said things you regret to your person, or said things you regret to other people about your person. We all say and do things we regret at some point in our lives, and this is your chance instead to acknowledge anything that you may have done that you are not pleased with, and choose to not repeat those things in the future. I want you to forgive yourself if you didn't get the chance to tell your person that you loved her or him before he or she died. Forgive yourself if you were not there when your person died. It might not have occurred to you that you were not meant to be there or be available during these key times for many different reasons, and some of those reasons belong to your person and them alone. Sometimes things happen just as they are meant to happen, and these things are not for us to decide. I want you to forgive yourself for having been a terrible friend, or a terrible spouse, or a terrible son or daughter. You are none of those things. You are human. We make mistakes in our lives, absolutely, but sometimes relationships are very, very hard, even if we love that person. Sometimes these relationships are simply hard. Regret does not mean you're a failure. Regret means that now you see things you were unable to see when your person was alive. Regret means that we all wish at times we could have done something different, and just by knowing this, we can move forward each day, taking less and less for granted, or working on not allowing our own sadness and inner wounds to let us say or do things that could cause others pain in the future. Regret also means we cared, and it means we care. It means we have not let our hearts become hard and cold, and I think that is a wonderful thing indeed. So today, my friend, I want you to begin forgiving yourself. I want you to begin to forgive yourself for all that haunts your heart, and I want you to keep moving forward knowing that you are not a bad person, and even if you did bad things, you will work each day to do better. I believe in you, my friend. I know you can do it. Day 29. Hello, my brave, amazing, strong, most wonderful friend. I hope you are doing well today. I know it's been very hard. I know this grieving part of your life may continue to be very hard for you for more time than you wish. There are things that happen in our lives that impact us greatly. Death and loss is something we all will face in our lives, but that does not mean it's easy. In life, when anything unpleasant happens, hard times, when we get sick, stressful periods, unhappy periods, we take comfort knowing that this too shall pass. We all know that hard times do not last forever. We overcome viruses, difficult and stressful situations end. I think that what is so difficult about death is that it doesn't end in a few days, a few weeks, a few months. That person who we love so much and who passed away will never come back. This is a situation that will never change. I have at times over the years had moments in which I felt that I was tired of my people being gone. I know it sounds kind of strange, but I have. Sometimes I have felt like, okay, that's enough of being without my person. And it's confusing in a way because this situation is never going to change. Our people we have lost are always going to be gone from our lives now. I don't want this to upset you. My hope is that it gives you some comfort in an ironic way, that it shows you that this is absolutely a difficult process. It is difficult, and you are allowed to struggle and feel sad and have hard days. Difficult, yes. Hopeless, no. There is always hope, my friend, and the way we move forward is through love. The love that we had for our person and still have. The love that we have for ourselves. If we truly had not even the tiniest spark of love and hope for ourselves, we wouldn't be here together, right here and now, you and I, working through this as friends and as a team. I know, my friend, we wish that death could be like a 2-week case of the flu, and we'd feel lousy for a little while, and then it would be over. I know it's hard, but you are not alone. And if I am here with you now and still have hope and faith in my life, then know that that will return for you too. You are amazing. This is hard, but you are much, much stronger than you think. I believe in you. Do me a favor. Do something nice for yourself today, no matter how small. You deserve it. Truth. You always deserved it anyways, even if you hadn't lost anyone. Love you. Day 30. My amazing, wonderful, strong, brave, courageous, big-hearted, loving friend, this is the beginning. This is the beginning of your way forward. It does not matter if this is not the ending of your grief journey. I would never expect you to be magically healed in just 30 days. But if you're feeling it all better since we first began together, then I am happy for you. If you have not progressed as much as you had hoped, and if you have days of great struggle, then stop right now and give yourself a hug. And here's one from me. Give yourself time. Lots and lots of time. I want to tell you a very small story, and I want you to hear every word. Please, it's important. My friend, I knew a person, a wonderful, wonderful person who was very, very sick. This person went through a terrible ordeal and suffered a great deal of pain. This person endured so much and suffered so much. It was heartbreaking to see. Eventually that day came that we can never truly prepare ourselves for, even though logically we know that if someone is incurably sick, they are going to die. The last words this beautiful soul said were, "I want to live." Do you see? Do you see, my friend? This beautiful person, this brave soul, had gone through months of unimaginable pain and suffering, but still, somehow, wanted to live. Still, somehow, saw that life was beautiful. Still, somehow, found enough good in each day to want to be here. Some may choose to find those last words tragic. How terrible that this person wanted to live but died anyway. No, my friend, no. Even as this sentence breaks my heart every time I think of it, it also fills me with hope. No matter what we are going through, no matter how much our hearts break, no matter what happens, our lives have meaning. I want you to never, ever give up on yourself. I want you to do things in your life from this day forward that make your heart happy. I want you to start believing in yourself so hard that you have no choice but to love yourself. I want you to start right here and right now, even if it means you take only the tiniest steps forward each day. Even if that voice in your mind wakes up some days and says, I can't do this. Yes, you can. When that happens, you tell that voice, you are wrong. My friend says that I can. I want you to start moving forward now, knowing that no matter how long it takes, you will try your very best to give yourself the best life possible. Even if you feel like you have to do it all on your own, I am with you. Yes, there will be hard times in life, but I want you to hold on to the hope that there will also be beauty and joy, even when it feels like you may never stop crying. I want you to live. I want you to live because your person could not. But most of all, I want you to live for you. The world needs you, my friend. Find your joy. Find your purpose. Cry out all of your pain and sorrow and keep going. Never give up. I love you, my friend. I believe in you, and I am so glad we met. This has been The 30-Day Friend, Grief and Loss, written by Karen Corfield, narrated by Karen Corfield. Copyright 2023, Karen Corfield. Production copyright 2023, Karen Corfield. This audio was gratefully recorded at Freshly Squeezed Studios.